Hi, hi, fifth graders. It's Mrs. Wilson. Today we are doing Unit 4, Lesson 1. And I just wanted to start off by telling you what a great job you're doing with spelling. And if you're coming daily to do these lessons with me, keep it up. Remember to log your attendance for the time that you do spelling. Remind your learning coach to do that. And I just want to say awesome job. Thank you for all of your hard work. Okay, now before we get started today, introducing your words, I wanted to remind you of a rule that you're going to be working with this week. Your related words this week all have a rule like this. So if you look at my whiteboard here, they're all in pairs, okay? The first word is the base word, and the second word has a suffix added to that base word. So if you look in your student book, under Unit 4, Lesson 1, you'll see your word list this week, and that's what I'm going to be talking about right now. So the first thing I wanted to review is, what is a suffix? And a suffix, as you can see right here, I've written, it's a letter chunk that's added to the end of words. It can't stand alone as a word. So you wouldn't find it in the dictionary as its very own word because you just add it to the end of words. You would never say it in a conversation to somebody. Some examples of suffixes are ness, N-E-S-S, or shun, which is the one we're working with this week, which can be spelled many ways, and I'll show you in a minute. Ly, or ly, is often a suffix that you might see. So today, let's go ahead and talk about the suffix shun. So up here on the whiteboard, okay, we're going to write shun. Now, if you remember from last week, when I write something between those slanted lines, it's telling me I need to say the sound that's in those slanted lines. So the sound you're going to hear at the end of your words this week is shun. Now, it can be spelled a couple of different ways. The first words on your list, let's take a look at the word congregate. Okay. So if I write the word congregate, that's your base word. And to add the suffix shun to this word, you have to do a couple of things. Okay. First of all, we have to take off that E. And whenever it ends in a T, whenever your base word ends in a T and you want to add the prefix shun, you just add ION. Okay, so which then spells your second word, congregation. Okay, so that's one way that you'll see shun used this week. Okay, I'm going to erase that and I'll write up a second word. Prevent is the next base word. Okay, so we have prevent. Now, this ends in a T, so can you guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to add I-O-N, which then spells prevention. Okay. So the rule for this kind of shun is when it ends in a T, just add ION. Easy enough? Okay. Now let me show you another shun rule. If you look down your list, you're going to see words that end in S, S. The first word that I see is possess. Now, possess means you own something. We're going to turn it into a noun by adding ION, the suffix ION. So the rule is when you have SS at the end, you just add ION. Okay, you don't have to take off or do anything there. So then that makes the word possession, spelled just like that. Okay, so what happens, I'm going to put another word up here. confess. When I want to add the shun to that, I just add ION and make it confession. Okay, so that's the rule for when it ends in a double S. Now there's one more instance when you might have the suffix shun, and you're actually going to add ATION in this case. So look down your list, and we're going to find the base word inform. Now inform is a base word telling us that you're going to tell somebody about some information. Now, see how I changed that to information? I add ATION when I want to form the word information. So I would write it like this. Okay. Now another word on your list, relax. I'm also going to add the ATION to this word to form the new word, relaxation. Okay, so that is just a review about the shun suffix that you're going to use this week. Now, we're going to go back into the Illuminate classroom, and I'm going to go through the rest of your word list with you, so you can go ahead and stop the video and meet me back in the classroom.